Hi guys, so today I'm coming at you with a bit of a crafty video in terms of making things for the person you love. Now, I always think that handmade gifts are much more special than anything you could just go ahead and buy, just because of the time and effort that gets put into it. Now, the things I'm going to be showing you today, you may have seen other people do, they're quite popular. However, they can be used for multiple occasions. The occasion that I did them for was Valentine's this year. And they went down a treat, but of course you can just tailor the colours and sort of, you know, the whole concept of it to what occasion it is. So it could be your anniversary, it could be a birthday, maybe you just want to surprise the person you love, but let's get on with it. So here they are. So for this I had to be a little sneaky and find out Chris's wallpaper and where it is from. I managed to get a sample from B&Q and bought a white cushion cover in hopes of making the design match so that it would go with his room. Now what I'm going to be using to do that is the paintbrushes, a fabric pen and some acrylic paint. I started off by cutting the wallpaper to the same size as the cushion cover, and then as you can see that's what it's going to look like. Rolled up the edges just so it's going to help me get the new paper size into that cushion cover. It's a little bit tricky, but eventually you can do it. You might need to roll up the edges a little bit more, but that is what it looks like, and that's going to give you a kind of stencil to work with. Using a fabric pen, I followed that stencil. Just have to do it slowly and take your time, and it's quite easy really. And this is what it looked like compared to the wallpaper sample. Now moving on, I just used my black acrylic paint and slowly filled in the shapes that I had created. Now this did take a very long time and a lot of patience, but I think the outcome was definitely worth it, as you can see here. Just take a couple of hours to dry, but that's fine. You might need to go over it the next day. Now to help keep that paint stay on, you might want to just iron over it, which is what I'm doing, and that's just kind of set the paint. So hopefully if you do need to wash it or anything, the paint shouldn't just fall off or come off, and it should just make it last a lot longer. Now this bit's optional. I chose to write a message on the back of mine so that whenever he looked at it he could just flip it over and read something really nice. And this is the final outcome with the cushioning. The next one is a jar which I picked up from Store 21. I picked up some different coloured card in red for Valentine's Day, along with a couple of pens. Now what I'm taking is a silver pen and dotting a red piece of paper, and you'll see why, because that's going to form the back. As you can see, that's the outcome. So what we're going to do is flip it over and just do a nice design on the top of it. So something really simple. Taking my scissors, I'm just going to cut that A4 right down the middle, which is going to form my little cards to write on. Taking a black Sharpie, you just want to write something really sweet on the card, anything, and cut it out, leaving room to do another silver little effect on the edge like this. Really simple, really effective. And then when you flip it over, you've got that decorated silver dot effect. So you want to do loads of those. I chose to do 100, and then you just want to fold them all up and stick them in that jar. Here you go, here's the full jar, and now what I want to do is decorate the jar just so it looks a little bit nicer. I got some different coloured ribbon and attached that on. I got some red spotted ribbon to add underneath. I then added on the title and just finished it off really nicely with some little silver dots. This next one is probably better for those of you who like cooking. These are all things that I used. Started off by melting butter and marshmallows together. Those of you that made crispy treats before, you will know exactly how to do this. Wanted to make it a little bit more Valentine's themed and make them red. Adding in the Rice Krispies and mixing all of those together. Now I put them into a pan and flattened them out, but I thought it ended up looking a little bit like mincemeat, so I added a pink layer on top. You need to be putting these in the fridge just so they can set. I got a heart-shaped cookie cutter and very carefully, and it took a long time, cut out these hearts, which I think look really pretty, especially with the red underneath. I then melted some white chocolate and drizzled it over the top to give it a really nice effect. And then later put them in a box, decorated it, and this is how they turned out. Altogether, this is how they looked. So I hope you understood that. They're just a few little ideas that you might want to have a go at doing. Not really that expensive, and I really enjoy doing crafty stuff. So the recipe for the Rice Krispie treats I will put down below, because I just looked at this lady's video on YouTube, which is very helpful. But yeah, if you do have any questions, please do just leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you do want to see his reaction to his presents, then I will link the Valentines video after this, and then you can go and see his face. Apart from that, don't forget links to my Facebook, Instagram and Tumblr are down below, so you want to come over and follow me, that would be awesome. Apart from that, I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!